Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is May 6, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. What a market-wide sell-off. So let's take a look at cash cows to buy during this market-wide sell-off. So with that, I got a company here, Microsoft. Microsoft has been doing great. They also had their earnings announcement last week. So they're doing very well. Their cloud portal, which is Microsoft Azure, they're doing great in that and really going after companies like Amazon.com and AWS. So with that, let's look at cash cows to buy during the sell-off so we can really beef up our portfolio. So with that, let's jump in. So we'll start with a quick market update. Look at top stocks as well as ETFs to build wealth. And let's look at stocks with sales growth more than 10%. That tells you they are growing their top line revenue and free cash flow more than $1 billion. These companies have got a lot of cash and they also have cash in the balance sheet more than $1 billion. So when the market is tough, when the financials are tough, these companies can do really great and they can grow. They can also acquire other companies by taking advantage of this beaten down price. And finally, we'll do a quick conclusion. So with that, look, from a market update perspective, market is really wondering where to go. It's been going up and down. Look, nice downturn here and went higher and came down again. Now it's trying to decide where to go. At this time, look, we got a nice support level here around 32 550 or so. I think it's a good one to buy whenever there's a like 1,000 points down sell-off. It's always good to buy solid stocks and ETF that we'll talk about. That's one of the best way to grow the portfolio. You will not see too many 1,000-point drop. So whenever this happens, have some cash ready and buy some great stocks and ETFs. That's the best way to grow your portfolio. And look, we got S&P 500. We are also successfully retested the low here. So at these levels, I'm buying slowly. I think you should also look at buying slowly and grow your portfolio. Nasdaq is a little bit weaker. We also broke below the good support level here. So I'm also buying some QQQ, taking advantage of this huge big drop. And Russell also same story. It's really weak at this time. I think we should be buying these ETFs here. Gold is also weak. It's a little bit stronger. So I think it's good to buy some gold. It's a good hedging strategy. On the contrary, oil is doing well. Look, oil is going higher with all the geopolitical tension. I would buy oil on the pullback days or down days. And look, with all the Fed selling bonds are getting sold off big time here, and interest rates are going higher. That's causing some issues, especially for the stocks with the high debt load and negative margin and companies that are not making money. All right, so with that, let's look at market action yesterday. Look, yesterday was a big down day. Dow Jones Industrial Average down by more than 1,000 points. And look, towards the end, we had some semblance of uptick here, but big drop here. Nasdaq also big drop, as you can see here, 4.99%. That's the biggest drop, at least since 2020. S&P 500 also dropped big time here. So we got to be careful here. Even after this huge big drop yesterday, look at the futures here. Futures are really down again. Look, Dow Jones Industrial down 99, S&P 500 down 18, Nasdaq down 79, even Russell 2000 small cap, that's also down by 3.50. So I think at these levels, it's okay to slowly jump in. It's a huge big drop. Buy slowly. That's the best way to grow your portfolio. All right, now let's look at the fear and greed index. From a fear and greed index perspective, look, we are in the fear zone right now. I can see us coming to extreme fear zone. We got multiple things going on here. We got a China lockdown situation, Russia-Ukraine tension. We got high inflation and Fed already raised the rates. We got multiple things going on here. That's why unless we see one or two things improve, market really does not know where to go. That's why these huge sell-offs and big surge that will continue for a while. volatility will continue for a while. So with that, let's go into some more detail here. From a quick market update perspective, look, even after yesterday's huge drop, futures fell off even after they're waiting for jobs report. And we got here Dow Jones Industrial Average down big time yesterday, more than 1,000 points. Nasdaq also fell down by more than 5 points. And even all these indices, they've notched their worst single day drop since 2020. And we got few companies, especially few high octane companies or high multiple companies like Bill.com, tops earnings expectation, but stock came down anyways. And we got Square, same story here. Square or Block is a good company. Stock gains, but I think they also give up later. And we got DoorDash. It's done very well. Company still not making money, but at least they got high orders hit high here. Some of these names is good to buy because they're doing very well. On the other hand, stocks like Cloudflare, it dropped big time, more than 9% after it forecasts possible loss here. That's why companies like Cloudflare, high multiple stocks, you got to be a little bit careful. Let them come down and let them settle down a little bit. Then you can buy. It's not good to catch a falling knife. Even if you want to buy, even if you have a great conviction, buy very slowly. If you want to buy 100, buy 5. So that's the best way to take advantage of this huge drop off here. And some of the healthcare names like Cigna looks like they gain after the big profit and full year outlook. So that's why I love healthcare names here. Think about Cigna, think about UNH. You should do well if you slowly buy them and accumulate. All right, so with that, let's look at the major indices here. Look, VIX jumped up here. VIX is higher. It's almost at almost at 52-week high, not quite. Crude oil is jumping high. Gold is a safe haven. That's also going high. And then you got your Dow Jones Industrial Average down big time, 3%. Nasdaq, S&P 500 also down big time. And look, Nasdaq is really down big time here. Nasdaq is almost at its 52-week low, along with Russell 2000. That's why I like to buy them. They're beaten down big time. These are big ETF baskets like QQQ IWM. I think it's good to buy these stocks at these lower levels here or ETFs at these levels here and accumulate slowly. And look, from a sector perspective, there is nothing to hide. There is nowhere to hide. All these sectors, starting from utilities all the way to consumer cyclical, all down big time yesterday. And many of these sectors, look here, we got financials, industrials, almost at 52-week low here. And we got technology also almost at 52-week low here. I think this is a good one to slowly buy. Even consumer cyclicals at 52-week low. I think these are the good one to slowly buy and accumulate, take advantage of this huge drop off. All right, now let's look at most active stocks. From a most active per stock perspective, you got AMD here. AMD, Lisa Su, they announced the earnings. And look, stock came down slowly here. I think at these levels you could buy AMD. They got nice growth engine. They're doing very well. And they're also doing great in the data center. And we got Apple. Apple is a good one to buy. It's a, $2 trillion plus market cap here. As it drops off like this, look, it's hostage to S&P 500. If S&P 500 drops, one of its main constituent, Apple, also drops. That's why nothing to do with the company. It's because this big S&P 500 itself is getting dropped off here. That's why Apple came down. It's a great buy at these levels here. I love stocks like NVDA. A little bit high multiple, but as it drops here, you could slowly buy maybe say 2, 3, 5 NVIDIA and accumulate slowly. And Twitter, I would not buy at these levels. Let it cool off here. I think there's a pending acquisition by Elon Musk. Let it play out. But otherwise, I like Ford is a good one here. Bank of America, great one. Microsoft is a good one here. They're doing great. They're doing very good in the Microsoft Azure. They're getting into security business, as many of you know here. It's also one of the good security companies. I think Satya Nadella has nailed Microsoft and he wants to grow it. and he's doing it at all costs and really going aggressively after the growth. That's a good one here. I also like Occidental Petroleum here, and we've got other names like Devon Energy. It's also a good one. From a big winner perspective, look, we talked about EPAM maybe $100 or $150 ago. It's done great here. It's a good one. At this time, I would let it cool off slightly and then buy. And then got a few more names here, all doing well, big winners. And some of these names you could still buy on down days. For example, bookings on the down days, you could buy this. And you got stocks like Centene, again a good one, healthcare name here. Even Pioneer is a good one here. And big loser perspective, look, all these internet shopping sites like Etsy, Shopify, they're all dropping off big time. There is no patience from Wall Street for these stocks here. And I love stocks like Nucor here. You could take advantage and buy stocks like Nucor slowly here. And also we got stocks like Align. It's a great one to buy here. Intuit is also a good one. You could buy some Intuit here. Even Qorvo you could buy slowly. And 52-week low perspective, you got a bunch of great names here. Look, Amazon.com, you could buy slowly. This is a good one to buy. They will do very well. They're battling through some labor union issues here. I think they should come back as we go forward. And Expedia is a good one here. You could buy this, take advantage of this huge drop here. They will also do well. And I love stocks like ICE, IDEX, both are great names. And also ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, maker of Da Vinci systems. They will help doctors and surgeons how to make surgery through robotic laser guided systems. I think it's a great one to buy. All right, with that, let's jump in here. Pick a top ETF to watch. From a top ETF to watch perspective, when the market drops off by multiple points, like 1,000 points, I love to buy these top ETFs like SPY, QQQ. They are my favorites when the market drops off. I usually buy them when the market drops off like this. Then I go into other ETFs. For example, I love XLY. I buy this one also when market drops off big time. And then we got other names. I like SMH when market drops off. I buy some SMH right here. Semiconductor ETF here. Beaten down big time. I buy them also. And then I look at XLV here. That's one of my favorite. Little more defensive name here. You could buy some XLV when market drops off big time. And you could also buy ETFs like XLV, which is a broader basket. Smaller stocks here. Russell 2000 is a great one to buy. Look, all these stocks. Look at one day drop here. In one day, they've dropped so much here. With the exception of dollar, US dollar is gaining strength because of interest rate increase. That's why it's causing some issues with the stocks and especially the growth names. So keep a watch on RSI here. RSI perspective, many of these sectors are sold off big time and few have got high RSI like XLE. Energy is going higher. That's why you see a higher RSI here, 62 as you can see here. I would focus on RSI below 45 or 50 at these levels here. I would not buy XLE or XLB for that matter. I would like them to slow down slowly. All right, with that, let's jump in here. Look at cash cows to buy during the sell-off. When there is a market-wide sell-off, I love to go after the market leaders with the nice top-line growth that tells you these companies are growing. Look, all these companies have got sales growth more than 10%. Even these big companies, they're growing. At the same time, keep a watch on the cash and free cash flow. Cash and free cash flow is more than $1 billion. That tells you these companies have got enough financial resources. They can see through the end of the tunnel and grow in the meantime. So that's why I like these companies. And finally, we got overall score here. Overall score is computed by looking at sales growth, the financial stability of the company, the valuation. It looks at these factors here, and I like the ones with a higher overall score. Higher the better. So with that in mind, when the market sells off big time, I love to buy stocks like Apple and Microsoft. These are market darlings. They will do well. Between these two companies, I love Microsoft better. They are doing very well with Microsoft Azure, as many of you know here. Better net margin here. This company also has got no lower debt compared to Apple. Apple has got little more debt, and the next year EPS growth and revenue growth is also better for Microsoft. That's why when you compare the overall score between Apple and Microsoft fares better because it's got better growth, profitability, financials, and also valuation perspective. So that's why it's a good one to buy. Then you got Google here. Sundar Pichai is a CEO. This stock came tumbling down at these levels. I'm a buyer of Google. They own search, as many of you know, and also they're going after the cloud players with their Google Cloud platform. This is a great one to buy here. And Tesla, when Tesla drops off like this, it's always good to buy in a couple of stocks and accumulate. Tesla always it's a very volatile, but when it comes down like this, you could buy. Still high valuation. That's why I don't want to buy too much. But when it drops like this, it's good to buy some Tesla. And then you got here Facebook as well as NVDA here. Both are great ones. Look, NVDA has got higher valuation, 18. That's one of the reason we got lower overall score for NVIDIA because it's high valuation stock. So I like Meta. At these levels, you could buy some Meta. And even NVIDIA, you could buy slowly. It's a high octane stock. It's a great one to buy. And as you see here, list continues. Focus on higher overall score candidates here. Take advantage. We got one more with the nice score here. Pfizer, 100 out of 100, as you can see here. It's also a good one here. Stock is sold off with the lower RSI. You could buy this one also here. And we got few more as you see here. Look, Costco is a great one here. You could buy some Costco. Take advantage of the drop off here. RSI 35 completely sold off. It's a great player to buy. And then we got few more. We got Disney here. Disney came down, as you can see here, low RSI. As the COVID slightly goes away, this stock can go higher. And then got few of my favorites here. We got Lilly, which is one of my favorite. You could buy some Lilly, take advantage of this huge big drop here. You could buy Visa. Visa is a great company here. Also Microsoft, also MasterCard. You could buy both of these names here. It's a great one to buy here. All right, the list continues here. It's a continuation. Look, sales growth more than 10%. Companies are growing their top line. And look, cash and free cash flow, both are more than $1 billion. So you don't need to worry about the financial stability. These guys will do very well. And with that, we got some great names here. Look, Abbott Labs, great one here. You could buy this top-notch medical device company. Take advantage of this huge drop off here. Adobe is a good one here. I would say, if you want to buy Adobe, buy slowly because this is a high octane stock with a high price to sales ratio. Valuation is slightly high. That's why my recommendation is to wait for it to cool off and then buy. But this huge big drop, you could buy a couple of Adobe and accumulate. Accenture is a great one to buy here. They help corporations go into cloud. It's a good one to buy slowly into this drop off here. And we got few more here. I love buying Danaher. It's a great American company, industrials. I think they will do very well. They also have a good life sciences, business. And we got few more here. Look, Mark Benioff's company CRM. CRM is a good one to buy very slowly here. Company is good, but due to sector rotation, it's taking some beating here. You could buy this one also. And Lindy is a good one. Lindy is dropping, as you can see here. This is also a solid player. You could take advantage and buy some Lindy. And we got few more here. I love both Texas Instruments as well as AMD. You could buy these great companies and go from there. And we got few more here on the oil patch. We got here a COP. ConocoPhillips, it's also a good one here. Right now it's a little bit higher RSI, so I would like this to cool off a little bit before I buy. On the brokerage side of the house, you could buy Charles Schwab or Schwab here. It's a great one to buy. They're consolidating. They also acquired TD Ameritrade. That's a good one to buy and go from there. So we got a few more names here. I like AMT for the folks who want to buy some dividend paying stocks. This is a good utilities. You could buy this one also. All right, so let's look at a few more here. List continues. Look, same story here. Sales growth more than 10% and nice cash on the balance sheet, as well as free cash flow positive. You could look at these names here. You can go wrong in these names here. And we got here one of my favorite, BlackRock, great company here. You could take advantage and buy some BlackRock at this bargain price here. And we got a few more. We got Infosys, Indian company, as well as Estee Lauder. Both are great companies. You could buy them, take advantage. Look, Infosys has got nice overall score. You could go after that one also. And then you got your ZTS, which is into animal health. Look, nice score, 84. You could take advantage and buy some ZTS also here. And the list continues. I also like both VRTX, which is into biotechnology, as well as LRCS, Lam Research. You could buy them also. As usual, look at the companies with nice 100 score here, like Petroleum, PBR, Petro Brazil. Nice score, 100 out of 100. RSI a little bit lower. You could buy that one also. All right, so with that, let's conclude here. So in conclusion, when market drops big time like yesterday, go after the quality stocks with the sales growth, positive gross margin, positive cash flow, and good cash on the balance sheet, like the one we talked about. And when the market broadly drops off, go after these bigger ETFs to build your wealth. Buy some SPY, QQQ, IWM, XLV, XLK, SMH, as well as XLY, which is also a good one here. And from a wealth builder stock perspective, when market drops off, go after solid players with deep pockets. Look at Apple, Microsoft, Google, Visa, NVDA, Lilly, MasterCard, Costco, Danaher, ABBV, ADP, and AMD, Vertex, UNH. I would also throw in Thermo Fisher, TMO. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.